Hi there and welcome to How Do I Homeschool? My name is Rebecca, I'm the author of Why on Earth Homeschool, and today we're going to be talking about some reasons parents choose to homeschool their children. There's actually so many reasons parents choose to homeschool their children. I recently wrote an article about 100 reasons to homeschool your children. So it could be based on many of these factors. Sometimes children are special needs, and so a lot of parents find children who have sensory problems. They might like to be homeschooled as it reduces the stress of the environment. It's a more familiar environment, that sort of thing. A lot of gifted children love homeschooling because they find that the curriculum at school doesn't really stimulate them enough, and sometimes they even find themselves going backwards, and then there's misbehavior problems because their brains are just so on fire to learn, but they're not getting enough input and they're having to wait so much. There are two reasons with special needs. If a child is maybe disabled or quite sick and needs to go to a lot of medical appointments, another great reason to homeschool is so that you can make those appointments during normal hours when they might be at school. And then you can homeschool on the days where they're not feeling sick and maybe drop the homeschooling on the days when they are, they're not feeling great. A lot of parents homeschool as a result of maybe the negative school environment. So their child might be bullied, they might be under a lot of peer pressure to, drugs, sex, alcohol, that sort of thing. And so they're trying to get them into maybe a cleaner environment. These days with school shootings and that sort of stuff, a lot of parents, I guess they're just like, well, that probably won't happen at home, whereas it might happen at school. I don't know if that's an overreaction, but that would be a reason that some of them would, because of the negative school environment. A lot of parents also understand their children quite well, better than a teacher might. So a teacher is trained to educate children, but a parent is an expert in their own child and knows how their child thinks. And therefore, when the parent looks at the curriculum or looks at what the child is struggling with in the curriculum, they can understand them even better. And I wrote another article, I can't remember what it's called, but it was saying that you don't have to have an education degree to homeschool. Another reason parents choose to homeschool is to improve a lot of the socialization and those sorts of interactions, which is a little bit ironic because the socialize question is actually quite big, but a lot of parents realize that their children aren't, turning out well. That was, I can say that because that was the case with my parents. My parents chose to homeschool us because they saw that we were changing. My parents said we were changing from lovely little children to being rat bags in school. My older brother was becoming a bully. I was starting to steal things out of the local supermarket because of peer pressure, basically Barbie dolls, and my younger brother was becoming even more introverted when he went to school due to a lot of bullying issues as well. When parents homeschool, they find that the social interactions actually improve. The relationship with their parents gets better and with their siblings, and a lot of homeschoolers are noted for being able to talk to elderly people or younger people. It's because when they socialize, they spend more of their time with people of different age groups, whereas children in school generally spend it with children their own age. When I was in school, I don't know if it happens with every school, probably not, but when I was in school, I felt a lot of pressure just to interact with people in my own group, and I felt quite strange sitting with my younger brother and almost like I wasn't allowed to do it. And I don't know why I felt like that, but I did. A bit more of a fun reason why parents might choose to homeschool is because they're doing something called worldschooling, or they're going on a vacation for an extended period. I think a lot of people choose to get a caravan and go traveling around Australia for a year, which I think is wonderful. And they'll just homeschool their children for that period. Some will continue homeschooling and others won't, but it's a great way for children to get a bit more of an eclectic education on the run. The last reason, which is huge, especially among American homeschooling families, is that you homeschool because you're of a particular religious bent. So in my case, my parents were Christians, and my dad especially said, all I want is for my children to know Christ, to know His grace and His love. And he didn't feel that we were getting that in our Christian school. So we did actually go to a Christian school, but and it was a really good Christian school, but my parents didn't feel that we were learning those values in the Christian school. When I was homeschooled, my dad would spend so much time talking about different things in the Bible, and my mum would do Bible and pray with us every day. So we got so much more content about the Bible and about who God was as well. As a result, me and my brothers are really solid Christians to these days. My older brother's studying to become a pastor, and my younger brother's an elder in his church and he's considering ministry as well. I think if I was a boy, I probably would have gone down that route as well, but have decided to stay home and have babies and teach them, I guess, in the way that my parents taught me. And I'm so grateful they gave me a homeschooling education, because when I compare it with the school environment, it's so much nicer and easier and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really grateful to my parents for homeschooling me. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you being one of my viewers. And please hit the subscribe and like button if you have liked it. If you loved the video, you can press the bell button and it will tell you every time I put out a new video, and you can listen to that. So thanks for listening today, guys.